Well, ho, everyone. Welcome to the MADPlay Saturnalia special, in which we play Heretic.
Ho ho ho! Welcome to the Hell's Maw!
Yes, today we gathered together to celebrate the family-friendly tradition of getting inside a room and basically being stuck in an orgy for all day with all your friends and family members, incestuous orgy and lots of alcohol and food and like the Roman used to do because that's what Saturnalia is all about.
And yeah, I thought you were going to reference Caligula.
That's implied.
Ah.
Anyway, by the way, I know Saturnalia is a real thing because, spoiler alert, I am secretly Santa Claus.
Well, that would work for a plot twist if your beard was not a different color.
Well, I dyed it, of course.
Sure you did.
Otherwise, it would be too much of a giveaway, don't you think? Anyway, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. Otherwise, let's see. Let's bring us them on Earth once more. And we start with first weapon of the game once again.
Wait, you mean to tell me you lost all the weapons?
Yes, we lost all the cool weaponry we had, and
that's poppycock.
well, look at that skybox though.
That's fiddlesticks even. I am so outraged.
I know, it's like hell insurance. Like, oh, we have hell security. Like, you have to put your weapons here before you enter our domain.
Well, you think they would need an insurance after you have been sent after them.
Yes, and taking out of their little abode of bumper skulls from last episode.
Okay, speaking of hell.
Yes, we seem to.
Speaking of hell, I'm really hating Legend of Korra right now. I mean, season 4 was such an unbelievable train wreck. I hated that season from start to finish. It had one good episode, the second one, and it was such a mess and contrived and oddly paced mess inside another mess. I hated it. Okay, and the season finale. If I were to record myself while reacting to the season finale, I will be throwing F-bombs and raging like a crazy lunatic, or at least like the Spoony one when he rages about wrestling. I was furious about a lot of things, really. I need to vent. Oh my.
What are you?
Such a lovely fella, and he's dead. So anyway, I need to vent about this because everybody and their dogs are going to be fixated on the last 2 minutes of the finale of season 4, in which basically it's all but implied that the 2 main leading heroines get together when they go on vacation because they hold their hands and it almost seems like they kissed at the end and all of that, which is all good and fancy and dandy. I like that too, but that doesn't automatically save the rest of the season from being a rotten piece of garbage.
Well, they just probably wanted to put something in there just to distract you from the rotting corpse of the Korra's franchise.
And the funny thing is, this is probably the last season of Korra. And to better understand what went horribly wrong with this season, one would have to start from the shark jumping event of season 2, in which basically they have the Avatar face the ultimate force of evil and chaos in an epic battle involving something that seems out of a kaiju film rather than Legend of Korra. And it was really an epic battle, really spectacular. It was utterly ridiculous and kind of dumb, but it was also kind of fun. But the problem is that they jumped the shark, because how do you follow that up? And the answer is they don't. We have season 3, which is a much more a solid season compared to the mess all over the place mess type that was season 2, but unfortunately it was also quite unremarkable, because we go from facing the ultimate incarnation of chaos to 4 random anarchist guys who want to throw the world in chaos, and boring, really. They're really nothing special. They're not even memorable, and in what they do and how they do it, it's just 4 guys that want to kill the Avatar because that would free the world of some. And you know what? This brings me to another problem that has become evident in this show. There are no longer limits to what the benders can actually bend, which creates a lot of problems. For example, the Earthbenders. Okay, so in the original Avatar: The Last Airbender, we discovered that Earthbenders can bend metal because metal comes from Earth somehow. It's an alloy that's developed from Earth or some other things like that. I am no scientist, but okay, I'll buy that. Okay, so they can bend metal. Okay. Now in season 3, apparently the Earthbenders are able to bend lava.
Wait, what?
Okay, so this
I'm no Avatar fan, but that just sounds completely ridiculous.
Okay, this raises so many questions. Okay, where to start? Let's start from this point.
Firebenders?
I don't claim to be a geologist, I am not. But isn't magma, lava, basically a mixture between fire and earth? If that's the case, then what's stopping the firebenders to actually get lava from the center of the earth and use it as a weapon? And if that's the case, then why can't if the requirement for an earthbender to bend something is that it has earth in it, then why can they bend wood? I mean, wood is basically water mixed with earth. They should be able to bend it if they can bend lava, which is basically earth with fire. And so the waterbender, by that logic, should also be able to bend wood, and we run into a bit of a problem here, because when your benders can bend everything the script says they can bend, then there are no longer rules or limitations in place, and before you know it, the powers become out of control, and there are no longer limits, and everything becomes ridiculous and unrestrained. It basically becomes Naruto. It becomes a total mess of over-the-top, unchecked powers like Naruto. And speaking of Naruto, Season 4 is on that level of writing, almost on that level of writing, which is kind of the worst thing I can say about any season ever.
Also, it doesn't help the fact that it makes the whole Avatar who can bend all elements kinda pointless.
Yes! I mean, hey, Avatar! The Avatar can bend fire, air, the other two
Water
as well.
and fire.
Big deal! Earthbenders now can bend metal and lava. Can you do that, Avatar? Didn't think so. Maybe the world does not need you anymore. Maybe we should let Kovira, aka Hitler, take over the world, and with a giant robot that shoots spiritual energy.
All that time we were playing this game, man, you all through the level. You've missed it. I finished the level of the crater.
I don't care. I need to bend this. Okay. Just everything about Season 4 brings me off the wall into a sea of uncontained rage and fury. I mean, it's... Okay, so... Never mind the fact that you're telling basically the story you've been telling for a long time now. But there is there is one mad tyrant who wants to take over the world, like in the original Avatar, except this mad tyrant has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. And no, that last minute sort of redemption or exploration of her character in the finale does not count as development. For the entirety of the season, she's been a one-dimensional supervillain bent on world domination, who's damaging the environment to get a super weapon that's meant to be placed on the arm of a giant robot that comes out of nowhere to take all the world. Oh, and by the way, protect the environment, because, you know, remember when the show used to be subtle about its environmental messages and maintaining balance in between nature and man and progress? Well, you can throw that out of the window because this has become Captain Planet, basically. Kuvira is evil because, oh no, she's ruining the environment. She's getting vines from the spiritual tree in the slump, and she's mad with power, and she's a one-dimensional Hitler with no charisma whatsoever. She's not even fun to watch in action. There is no tension. She's not interesting in the slightest. Then there is the path of the main heroine, Korra. Devar, would you please continue?
Sorry, so I thought that, you know...
you should please continue. Don't mind me. I'm just rambling now. So, the main heroine, Korra, which has this admittedly interesting arc, which she has to regain confidence, get rid of her fears, and all of that. It just puzzles me that.
Do you see this, man? There's like 2 new monsters here. What? Oh, it's the skeletal knights there, and there's a monster down here. Let's have a closer look at them. What the heck? They're like... It's like... Are you xenomorphs? Whoa!
All I see is rage right now.
Yes, because you were talking about Korra a lot, and they exploded.
Yes, it's loaded. Okay. Supposedly, she's able to actually get over her fears by confronting the source of her fears, which is the main bad guy from season 3, which is such a forgettable villain to begin with. But anyway, the problem is that there seems to be really enormous pacing problems in this show. So we have important character moments and plot moments basically delivered in a few quick lines in succession, and then on to the next sequence, and all danced out in a few key episodes, and it feels like it's completely rushed, and it doesn't leave any emotional or psychological impact of any kind. It feels more like, this happened, now this happens, and now everything is fine. Now let's go beat the main villain. And then there is this parallel that the show wants to force in between Korra and Kuvira, which again, it feels it's brought up in the very last minute of the climax of the show, and it feels forced and it doesn't feel sincere. And I am not invested in whatever is going on because I was raging the entire season because of everything it was doing wrong. But the absolute worst thing, not only in this season but in Legend of Korra in general, is the character of Zu. I hate Zu. The younger sister to that other Polish woman. They're both the daughters of Toph Beifong, which happened to be my favorite Avatar character, by the way. And no, the fact that she made an appearance in this season did not rescue the season for me. So that's how bad it was. Okay, so Zu. Basically, all that happens, all of Kuvira's doing, all the things that all that goes wrong, is because Zu didn't have the guts, didn't want the responsibility, didn't take the responsibility, which was hers to begin with, to reunite the Earth Kingdom into a realm of peace. She did not want to do that because Because that would be wrong to do. Oh yes, Zoo, that's a great idea. Let's leave the kingdom in complete chaos and anarchy after those 4 bad guys from season 3 killed the queen and left the kingdom in anarchy. Don't do anything about it. Let everything go to hell, and the bandits roaming free and rioting. Don't do anything at all. So of course somebody, if not Zoo, had to step over, and then what happened to be Kuvira, which unfortunately turned out to be freaking Hitler. So basically validating everything that Zoo was afraid of, which is absolutely awful because this was caused by Zoo being inactive. And does she ever repent for her inactiveness? Does she ever say she's sorry for not, doing something when she had the chance for the betterment of her supposed beloved country? No. Because the story wants us to believe that she was right all along about everything. At some point, she even tries to assassinate Kuvira. This is supposed to be a level-headed character that's one of the good guys. I just don't understand what went wrong with this season. It's such a load of unbelievable.
Bull crud.
It's bull crud. It's the worst kind of bull crud. It's not just bad from the once high standards of this series and as a whole. It's just plain bad. And that's that. It's just bad. I hate this season. I hate this story. I hate the I don't care for the characters anymore. So really, and those last 2 minutes of the show in which they basically throw a massive, huge bone to the fans. That's there to basically to distract you from the massive train wreck that the rest of the season was. And I see it. I think I liked it at first because, well, it's bold and all that. But the more I think about it, the more it feels like a ruse, the more like an excuse. It's insulting because that's what's going to happen. That's all the fans are going to talk about. Is anyone going to talk about the freaking how ridiculous out of place the giant robot was, and now absolutely overwhelming the CG in this series has gotten to the point it completely alienates you from what this show once was, and whatever form of character development this character have, it feels so completely rushed that it's not even there. It's Look, this is my 2 seasons worth of pent-up frustration, my friend.
Yes, I can see that.
Which is kind of a huge frustration because this year they basically broadcast both season 3 and 4 one after the other. So Legend of Korra has lost me completely. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but they killed this show for me. This was bad. This was really bad. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. People who will disagree with me violently on this. I know that, but I don't care. This is my opinion. This show has disappointed me for the final time. I don't think. And seriously, Kuvira is your final big-time last boss. Kuvira, this one-dimensional conqueror of worlds. Oh, but
yeah.
Here's what made me explode with fury in animation by man.
What?
Okay, so there is this topical moment in which save the game. in which Kovira is repentant. She gets arrested, and she apologizes. She wholeheartedly apologizes to her former mentor, Zoo, because Zoo was her former mentor. She apologizes to her for what she's done. She is truly repentant. And she's done a lot of that. She's done a lot of damage too. She killed people. She killed Asami's father, you know, and she almost killed her fiancé too. But at least she apologized and she recognized the mistakes of her ways. So naturally, the right sequitur to that statement would be Zoo admitting her own flaws, finally admitting that yes, this was partly my fault too. I shouldn't have done this and that. You know what she says instead?
What? What did she say?
You have a lot to answer to.
What?
And that's that. Zoo, go burn in hell. You are the worst Avatar character ever. I hate you, and I hate you so much, and your sister should have slapped you some more when she had the chance. Okay, back to the game.
Yeah, that only took you like a whole 20 minutes.
This rant was a long time coming, and I need to find a proper outlet. So what better outlet than a game in which you kill things in perpetual rage?
And horror. The horror.
Okay, so now you know my opinion about Legend of Korra Season 4. What do you think about Legend of Korra Season 4? Leave your opinions in the description below. I won't answer them.
but he will read them at least.
Yes, maybe. So anyway, I was quite blinded with bitterness. So what did I miss so far?
I passed the crater. I came into the lava pit. I was pewing a lot of things. I saved the game one time and called it lesbian bending, and the second time I saved it, I said.
Okay, that made my day. Thank you. I really needed that.
Let's see that. And then the second time I said, the second save game says, Madhog's gone mad. How? I tried, but I couldn't fit help.
Okay.
Right, so now you've caught up on what I was doing. I was doing the important things.
Mm-hmm.
See that? He's so invested in this, folks. You can see that in his, well, you can hear it in his voice, at least.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I've seen the final chapter of The Hobbit today.
Huh. And how was it? I say, not knowing the answer.
Yes, it was fun. It was a perfectly fine conclusion, final battle / fun ride and all that. It was Peter Jackson at his Peter Jackson-est, so to speak, and it was fun. There is not much more to say about it, actually. But I will say that yes, stretching the story into 3 films was.
Ooh, new weapon!
Ooh, was that a skull scepter?
It's a scepter with, yeah, it's a skull scepter.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what does that do?
Not cats. Let's.
So I'm of the opinion that The Hobbit could have been told in 2 films instead of 3, but we had 3 films instead. I'm okay with that. It was fun.
Well, at least they also gave one character who more screen time than he had in the book.
Whoa!
Oh, this is the plasma gun.
Oh my! Okay, this is great.
Whatever this is, it uses lesser runes.
This is putting a smile on me face.
which is a good thing because you really needed that smile.
Yes, yes. Insert
Whoa!
smile and insert smile song here and scene.
Oh, we found 2 copies of the Necronomicon.
Yes, I have exhausted the
Yes, we've exhausted that joke. And we've got the egg.
Life is unfair.
Oh, don't give me that, man. Of course it's not fair, but you have to go roll the punches. You have to...
I'll punch you in the face.
Hey, there's no need for that.
Okay, so we have a new weapon.
Yes,
Finally.
we have
Finally.
Yes, indeed. A new weapon that we could... Where do you come from? I killed everything in there. Weird. Maybe a door's open up this way, has it? Let's see.
I'll be...
Oh, yes, it has. And look, your favorite mummies are back.
I shall revenge my cousin, Gary the Agile, whom you killed.
Gary the Agile, and they were probably with these lovely gentlemen. Oh look, our favorite chainsaw gloves, Gauntlets of the Necromancer.
Yes. Also, that's how it's called?
Apparently it's Gauntlets of the Necromancer, if I can read it.
Gauntlets of... Wait, if they're called Gauntlets of the Necromancer, shouldn't they bring things back to life instead of killing them?
You would think so, but apparently no.
Yes, yes, you know me. Of course I would think so, damn it.
Alright. Let's go with a different weapon because I don't want to waste all the ammo of the precious skull plasma. Let's see. Let's call it
Behind the green door. Okay, what's behind the green door?
death. It is a wonderful prize, and it's only a one-way ticket.
Uh-huh. Well, actually, since you're already in hell, you would assume there is a return ticket.
Well, I meant it for them, really.
But anyway, okay, so I was proposing earlier on to the bar here. I'm talking to the audience right now. That we should like totally go and play the original Vampire the Masquerade game, Redemption, not the sequel Bloodlines, which is basically Elder Scrolls with urban metropolitan vampires, which is okay with me. But no, Redemption, the game that started it all, and it's because while Bloodlines is fairly popular, I don't think many people actually know about the original game Redemption, and I want to share that game with you since Redemption was the very first RPG I ever played from start to finish. Yes, yes. In a time in which I didn't even know what RPGs were, so that should tell you something. So of course I played it all wrong. Anyway, so yes, so I was asking, hey Devar, we should totally take that game from somewhere, download it off the internet, and then play it. And Devar was like, okay, we should do that. I'm going to download it. Okay, so let's do that next time instead of playing Heretic. And he was like, okay, let's do that next time, and that was that.
Yes, that's pretty much all you need to know for this little bit of behind the scenes, so to speak. That's what people usually call it, right, these days? Behind the scenes, even though it's just like two gentlemen talking about what to do at some point with their life.
And oh, hey, look, it's lava.
Yes.
Oh, if only we were an earthbender, we could bend lava. If we were a freaking earthbender that can bend lava.
Yeah.
Because earthbenders can bend things made with fire.
Okay, so...
if there's earth in it, but apparently wood is off the table. Oh, and by the way, if waterbenders can bend blood, then can they bend liquid metal too? Can they bend I don't know, ice? Can they bend
Chaos device? What's this?
Can they bend Coca-Cola or something? and since there are no longer limitations to Bender's powers, hey, I have an idea.
What?
Why can't a firebender bend an entire volcano? Huh? Why can't they? I don't know.
Now we're off into the river of fire that they could definitely not bend.
Oh, river made of fire. Yes. Okay.
Right. Alien to the left. Alien to the right.
Wait a minute. I get it. It's a river made of fire, but since it's a river, can waterbender bend a river of fire? I think they can.
Whoa. Lots of demons coming out the woodwork.
I am never getting over this.
Ah, you will by next time we record something together.
Want to bet?
I would rather think so, that would be the case. Consider it's just a TV show and it shouldn't really, last that long.
Yes, but this was the only series that was not corrupted by the fact that it was broadcast on Nickelodeon. It was, it was Avatar, it was Legend of Korra, it had standards, it used to have standards. And when you see a show that used to have standards and you respected it for that, when it completely loses itself and alienates itself from what it used to be and becomes such cadaverous, rotting corpse of what it once was, how could you not feel rage? Especially if you were invested in it. How could you not?
Well, I guess you have a point there. I'm trying to remember the last time I felt rageful against a show that I got so into, but then... but I must be blocking them out because I'm pretty sure there was a couple, but I can't seem to remember them. From the top of my head, that is. Oh.
Whatever helps to change the subject.
Look, the same demons I've been shooting at for, like, what? Several hours now. That will distract you enough.
This is starting to become a bit repetitious, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, that's the thing with these first-person shooters. It's like with Doom, though. If you're really in it. Let's be fair.
So since this is supposed to be the season of joy and orgy, should we talk about Christmas or Saturnalia or positive experiences we had with these festivities, maybe? Yeah?
Well, let's see. I'm trying to figure.
What does it mean? What does it mean to us and all that crud?
I think it's very obvious with me since I'm such a soppy sod. I always see Christmas as a time to get together with family and friends and just show them the care and all that jazz. I'm sorry, I'm a bit just
I can only see this time of year as a period of hypocrisy and needless violence over hypocritical things, like the last minute sale to yes, let's bring joy to the world, and then I'm going to kill you over a Blu-ray DVD reader.
Okay.
This holiday needs to die. I hate it. This month always depresses me. I am such I'm become such a cynical person over this holiday that even if something supremely good happens for me and the entire family, like it happened right now, I still cannot bring myself to you know to be positive this month because I still hate this holiday so much.
I don't really see how you could.
It's hypocritical. Okay, it's hypocritical. Since when do I mean, the whole point of Christmas is to bring families together and being happy together and all that. But it seems that all it does is stressing everyone out and bringing everyone less close together because of all the stress derived from consumerism and capitalism and whatever other thing ruined whatever ounce of sincerity this festivity used to have. Oh, I know I'm being a huge Grinch rolled into a Krampus here, but I don't care. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll in terms of venting, so I will continue. I shall continue venting on. And also, if you really love your family, you don't need a silly, superficial festivity to be together with them. You just need to be together with them in whatever day you choose to. If you need the excuse of a shallow holiday to be together with your loved ones, then your loved ones are not really all that loved, are they? Think about that for a minute. Food for thought.
Well, yeah, but it does spruce up the place though a bit for the month. Let's look at it that way.
Tacky decorations, expensive gifts.
As you can see, folks, I'm a bit more positive than he is about the holiday. I mean, yeah. Ready to destroy. And I've got a yellow key for my troubles, and there's a green door over here, which doesn't unlock the yellow door, so it has to be on the other side, doesn't it? And there's another mage man here. He's like... Right, so let's get onwards. And...
onwards and downwards.
Onwards and downwards to the depths of hell. We come for thee.
You'd think that the depths of hell would be the final area of the game. Instead, it's just the second.
Yes.
That's a bit weird.
That's how they work, isn't it? Right, let's have a bit of potion down our gullets.
Okay.
Wait, there's a cathedral down here?
Okay, so to reprise our argument about level design in classic Doom-style first-person shooters, you will notice that the level design in this area is slightly different from the previous one. There's more magma and lava, rivers of fire, less mixed up with traditional walls, and it is sensibly different from the... Also, those cavernous walls there. It is sensibly different from the other area of the game. It's perfectly distinguishable.
No.
But it still feels like the same game.
Yeah, definitely.
So good job on these early days graphics.
They definitely knew what they were doing when it came to this era, in my opinion. No, that was a were-dragon. Wait, so it's a dragon and a werewolf in one.
Okay. Why wasn't that creature in The Hobbit? Okay, in the special edition better have a were-dragon in it.
Oh god, I didn't save for a while.
Oh, you start from the beginning, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
I forgot to save, I believe. I think I did anyway. Because I didn't really make much progress, but now that I know what I'm doing, I can do this faster. Hopefully. Ay. Right. As for a bit of upside, I've been playing a bit of Rune Factory 4 as of late, which has finally come out in Europe, finally. I know America's has been enjoying that game for the past year, but it's there's a few things wrong with it. But I've only played like the first.
Okay, tell me about this game. I know nothing about it.
Okay, Rune Factory is a series of fantasy adventure games that takes the Harvest Moon formula but adds in an adventure to it.
Oh, Rune Factory.
Yeah, Rune Factory.
I thought you said Room Factory. I thought, what the heck is Room Factory? It's a game. It's a simulator of a fabrication of bedrooms for hotels management or something. That's weird. Tell me
seriously, would I be gushing over such a thing?
I don't know. You're quite weird to me.
Really?
Anyway.
I think your taste in movies is kind of weird, but I don't say it. But, whoa!
What? Wait,
Xenomorphs.
Wait, why would you think my taste on movies is strange? And also coming from a guy who barely even watches movies anymore, that's.
Oh, that's just me saying it. That is it as such. Okay, let's see. What should I call this one?
Room Factory.
Yeah, I can't fit it. I was about to say
clean your room factory.
I was about to say clean your ears, but I couldn't fit ears. Okay, we have the fireballs from Bowser's Castle making an
No,
appearance.
seriously, why would you say I have weird tastes in films?
I don't know. Something about your taste in films always bugs me slightly. I don't know why.
Why? Try this. I'm very curious about this.
To be honest, I'm curious about it too, actually, because I find certain movies you think are good. I find them a bit too boring to look at.
Such as?
I keep forgetting which ones because I only.
Well, there are. You have to think of it from my perspective. I was a cinema student. I became a film critic.
Yes, I know.
So I like but I also have a wide taste. You cannot pinpoint it exactly. I can enjoy a well done summer blockbuster just as much as I can enjoy a cinema d'auteur, the kind that you can a cinema d'auteur, artistic exploration of the medium in with done in some profound or allegoric way that you can only see in film festivals. So I have a wide variety of films that I like for various reasons.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
And then sometimes I end up hating things that most people seems to like The Matrix, for example, which I despise for a lot of
which we've covered
reasons.
before.
Yes.
But I agree with you on The Matrix, though, because the fact that I don't agree with its philosophy and its setting, it doesn't match up.
It's not. Well, it's not the philosophies per se. It's the fact that it's the way it goes about it, which is to say, it's completely empty and pretentious. I mean, it's a blurb of things they spout in exposition form that has no real meaning or weight behind it. At best. So really, in fact, I told you that, for example, Wreck-It Ralph handles some of the same philosophies in a much more mature and subtle way than you would expect from a Disney animated films, from a yearly release of a Disney animated film, so to speak. So okay, now I'm curious about this. Where does this come from? What films do you think? What films do you think that I liked you didn't?
That's the thing. We only talked about them once, and I end up Or was it? Oh, was it? Was it? I'm trying to remember now. Was it that you liked films or disliked certain films that I liked or disliked? Forget it. If it comes up again, I'll definitely say what it is. But it's just that I'm not exactly. I just know I don't agree with you fully on all of it. Wait, what is this?
Ooh, a new weapon. Oh.
Is it? It's like a grenade launcher.
I think this is a grenade launcher.
Okay, so
interesting.
Interesting mace launcher.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Devar.
Yeah.
You need to. I think that you need to watch films more often than you do right now. You haven't. You told me you haven't watched films. You haven't even.
I haven't been to a cinema since Tintin.
Yes.
That was years ago.
Okay, you need to fix that. I mean, you need to fix that, Devar. You really do.
Yeah, but it's just that films really don't grab my interest as much as they should. If there is any film, I usually tend to. Let me think now. I usually tend to watch the ones that stand out to me the most, that I think I'm going to enjoy, like Wreck-It Ralph, for example. You know, that I knew I was going to enjoy that movie, but there were others that I didn't quite enjoy, but I thought I would like.
You haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph at the cinema, though.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But how is that any different from actually watching? Yeah, it's not powerful enough.
Call me a traditionalist, but I still like the idea of going to the cinema, possibly with some company, enjoy a film together with the big screen and in the dark of the cinema, and it's one of those fundamental pleasures that I'm not ready to give up yet.
Call me a bit of a cynic on your pastime, but what's wrong with doing that at home? You could do that easily at home, except not with a big screen. I mean, it gets you out of the house, but
yeah, also that.
But
I already spent too much time in my home for a variety of reasons.
But I'm a bit.
Sometimes I like to be social.
Holy crud! Where do you come from? I seriously murderized everything in that direction. Suddenly. Boom! Suddenly...
Also, here's the thing. If there is no other way to watch a film, I would watch it on the computer. But if it comes out in the cinema, I want to be able to go out and watch it in the cinema because it's something that, and it's also one of those activities that always brings me close to friends and family members. So it's not something you should scoff at so easily.
I didn't say I was scoffing at it. I just saying I'm a bit cynical about it. Like you know, I don't.
I'm cynical about Christmas. So I think a weekend at the cinema with your friends and or family is a far more valuable moment in your life than the freaking Christmas night.
Oh.
It's a lot more sincere, less forced.
Well, I could look. I didn't say I didn't say I would scoff at it. I just said I just don't see how it's any different from going to doing it at someone's house or going watching it at your home, sort of thing. That's all I said. It's no need to go War and Peace on me on it.
One Piece?
No, War and Peace.
Ah, War and Peace.
You know,
there are also very personal reasons that I will not divulge as to why I love to go to the cinema.
It's the popcorn, isn't it?
No.
Okay, I was joking there.
When I go to the cinema, is also the moment in which I see my father.
Ah.
So
that's a big reason.
That's a big reason.
All right. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. There's something around that I'm not getting yet, but I'm just not finding it. Whatever it is. But yeah, Rune Factory 4. I would say very long time ago.
Yeah, let's continue that argument.
the argument.
It's not going to be an argument. It's going to be you explaining things to me for
Yes.
a change.
Yes, Rune Factory 4. Wait, I was talking about the actual gameplay style. Basically, think Harvest Moon. You basically have chores to do and such, and all these festivals and such. But, which I know some people like. I don't like Harvest Moon for that reason, because that's all it is. But Rune Factory takes the Harvest Moon formula, but it gives you the option to go out on adventure. That hence giving you a reason for farming and doing everything in the town that you're doing. You know, because not only will you get items that will help you on your adventure, but you will have, you know, the crops could not only serve as a means of getting money to help fund your adventures, but you could also, you know, from the money and buying a forge, you can forge weaponry. If you're good enough at it, you can create some really powerful weaponry. That's just a few examples, so to speak. Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds like the most boring game since the Atelier series.
Well, now you're free to say that as you will. But I'm just saying that it's better. Oh, there's the blue key now. And great.
You're almost dead. You want to
Yes, I want to get some health. Now,
You're almost dead. You're dying. You'll be dead in a second now, and you have 4 life, Devar. 4 life.
Right. Yep. There we go. Grab this.
This area is quite frustrating, isn't it?
Yes, it's getting
Lava bending. Because why not? Lava helping me to die.
Yes, I wanted to get off bending.
It's very kind of you, Lava.
Let me think now.
Do you think lava lamps have literal lava in them?
I would not have thought so, no. But it would be very intriguing.
Can earthbenders bend lava lamps? If that's the case. See, it just raises so many questions.
It just raises too many questions.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I need that health badly again. I'm gonna save it again.
I think you've exhausted your potions, man.
Yes, I think I have a problem. Oh, that's actually in alphabetical order.
I see lesbian bending there.
Yes, that's what I said the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Right. Oh, we have a thing here that maybe I could test out, maybe? Oh, it just helps me to fly. Wait, helps me to fly? Okay, so apparently we are Z fighters now.
Well, good to know.
Let's see. The only problem I have with Rune Factory is its setup with how its stories go. You're always playing a main character who has amnesia.
Oh, come on!
I know.
I think there's the exit to the level.
Yes, I know. I thought I'd try and see if I can gather some health and resources.
Nope.
And take out the xenomorph blade.
You're going to die. You're almost dead.
Oh, don't be such a pessimistic Nancy Pants.
You have 12 hit points.
Right.
Just go to the exit already. Oh, you have armor now. That's
yes, 200 armor.
That's great. Oh, you're going to need it all. Could you go to the exit, please? It's right there.
I will do. I just wanted to see if I can gather some health from this place before leaving, because you never know.
The more you stay, the more enemies are going to pop out.
Oh, see, we have health. And now I'm going
least-
to rush to the exit.
Yay. I thought this was the exit, but apparently it was not.
Yes, well, it is the exit, because here it is.
Okay.
And we have taken out the River of Fire.
Okay, I guess this is a good moment to stop the session.
Yes, I believe it will be too. And for next time, folks, we are going to be going to our little ice grotto.
Oh, wait, we had to do that, actually. It's Christmas after all, and this is a Christmas special.
Yes.
Like I just now decided it is. So let's go to the ice level, the customary, obligatory ice level.
Which is weird. Why would there be ice in hell? Has hell froze over?
I don't see any ice. Hey, since ice is solidified water, can waterbenders bend ice?
Oh, come on, man. Let it go.
Let
It's
it
over.
go.
No.
Let it go.
No, stop it. We're not doing
La,
this.
la, la, la. Let
not-
it go. Let it go.
Oh.
Oh, cold never bothered me anyway. Hell has You could say that hell has frozen over.
I just typed that in.
And I said it out loud because it's funnier. Oh my gosh.
Does it count as stealing my joke if you actually say it out loud?
That'll be for the judge to decide.
Okay, then I guess we'll have to go through some fulcrum evidence to basically somehow make it tie into the statements, even though they do not entirely match up.
You'll be a fine lawyer.
Well, I know I'm a fine lawyer from playing the Phoenix Wright games.
Speaking of, you should take the time of your life to watch the Phoenix Wright film, directed by the greatest director alive, Takashi Miike, which, in case you couldn't tell, it's my favorite director of all time.
Well, I kind of guessed since you said he was your favorite before you even said.
Yes, but that film might be the best video game adapted movie that's ever been put together by human hands, so to speak. It's really, really good.
Right.
So you should watch it, especially if you're a fan of Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
You should watch it regardless if you're a fan of Phoenix Wright or not, because it's just a really, really good film.
Need to see if I can shoot up. Nope, barely even reaches him.
I think you're in the stage in which you can no longer poke enemies to death.
Yeah, I think
with
poking enemies
the
to
staff.
death. I think Bobbin's staff cannot help us with this.
No, this is actually much cooler than Bobbin's distaff.
Yes, the bitchin' distaff.
That Bobbin swag.
That Bobbin swagger. There's nothing like it. Let me think now. What else have I been?
Are they seriously called were-dragons?
Yes, apparently they're called were-dragons because it said I was killed by a were-dragon in the last level.
That's such a cool creature.
That is a very cool concept to me, but it's like raises so many questions of how does it work?
Well, is
it a person?
Well, actually, it actually makes all sense because you see, contrary to what most ignorant fools believe, were just means man. So they're basically man dragons.
Man cake dragons.
No, they're basically man dragons, not wolf dragons. If they were wolf dragons, they should not be named were dragons. You know, just like Sonic the Werehog. If you're going to be it will be more appropriate to call it a wolf hedge instead of a werehog, because it just means, hey, he's a man hedgehog. It was kind of already a werehog for that matter, an anthropomorphic hedgehog. So, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Sonic Unleashed doesn't make any sense to begin with, so okay, never mind.
Well, Sonic has never made sense for the last few years, has it?
Sonic has never made sense. Period.
To begin with.
But you know, at least back in those days, you could be excused for not having a story that made any sense.
With good gameplay, right?
Yeah, good gameplay.
Which really
Which
really
was all
doesn't amount to much other than
it was all that really matters back in those NES Genesis days.
well, to me it just seemed like a game that has speed moments and then platforming moments back in the day, and now everyone is like, oh, there's too much platforming in Sonic, it has to be lots of speed, and it's like, I don't think the fandom knows what it wants anymore.
Honestly, I don't. I know what the Phantoms doesn't want though.
What?
A game in which there is no a Sonic game in which there is no speed at all.
Yeah, true.
Am I like Sonic Boom, for example? Okay, honestly, the more I see videos of Sonic Boom, the more I'm convinced this is the glitchiest, most unfinished Sonic game since Sonic 2006. It's ridiculously bad. It's just wow. You think they would learn their lesson, but no.
Well, it was worked on by a different studio, I think.
They made the exact same mistake of rushing this game out in times for the holidays, like they did before.
Yes, that definitely doesn't help matters.
Also,
let's go for this door.
This is called the Ice Grotto, but
yes, this is ice apparently.
That is ice. Are you serious?
Look, I'm walking on it. And it's slippery. Look, see, I'm not touching anything, and it slips me.
You're walking on ice. Why does that sound like a song that I should know?
I'm walking on sunshine.
No, okay, there is a walking on sunshine, a walking on air.
Wait, I see something. Is that a weapon?
I think you already had that.
Let me see. It's golden. It looks like. Ooh, look this window design. No. Cheeky sods.
Cheeky sods.
That's what I was about to say. because you know that's me. If I keep on asking for the wrong mode, I want to do it like. There we go. Now I can type in it properly and not use the mouse to type out. Demonic sods.
Cheeky demonic sods.
Yes. Okay, let's see what this thing is.
Oh my.
Wait, is this?
Is this it?
No, it's the rocket launcher.
No, this is death, apparently.
Okay, we found the rocket launcher.
Okay, so the rocket launcher killed you because you shouldn't use it in the close quarters.
Okay, so... Yep.
Wow.
That is pretty cool, if you ask me.
So basically, it's a phoenix-shaped scepter that shoots fire phoenixes at your enemies.
Yep. That is...
Okay, this game has the manliest magic wands I've ever seen.
I know. I mean,
and that's because that's what they basically are. They're magic wands.
Move over, Harry Potter. This is real magic.
Yeah. If it ain't destructive, it ain't magic. Okay, you should. Okay, I see a teleporter there. You should.
Yes, I will check it out once I thought this might be a secret up here, but it's just ammo. Okay, let's just save over what I just did. And then just. Where? Whoa! No! You you bastards! You sent me.
Okay, these guys never die.
They do now. Hey, Okay, let's use this.
Pew 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 pew.
By the way, this thing is called the Dragon's Claw.
The Dragon's Claw.
I should have noticed because of the dragon-like, you know, way it looks.
Speaking of dragons, they kill off Smaug in the first 20 minutes of the film.
Well,
That's predictable because I read the book, so I know the general way the story is supposed to go. But I really enjoy the way how certain things were changed during that fight that killed the smoked dragon. It was a better kaiju moment than the actual kaiju film of this year. yeah, I complained many times about Godzilla, haven't I?
yes, you have.
Oh well. Also, the dragon is voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Of course it would be. These days, considering.
So if you think about that, the Hobbit Bilbo was played by Martin Freeman.
Yes.
This is basically Sherlock, the Hobbit edition.
Yes, I was gonna say that because I've only watched 1 or 2 episodes of that rendition of Sherlock, but I could never get behind it.
I am going to watch it one of these days and form my own ideas about it.
Yeah, it's interesting what they do with it, but it's not exactly revolutionary to my tastes. But again,
every kind of story or indeed every kind of show has been done up until this point, except Orange is the New Black. That is something that I had never seen before on TV, or indeed as in any form of mainstream programming. That is truly something new.
Okay, we have a teleporter in here. It's got surrounded by these things. This doesn't look like it's going to have any issues now, will it?
You won't know until you try it.
Okay, let's get in with the proper weapon for this, not the Phoenix launcher. Hey!
You haven't used your gauntlets of necromancy.
That's because there's not been any enemies yet that require it, sadly. Actually, but then again, that's not a wand, is it? No, I don't want to fall off there, thank you very much, game. I want to actually get into this lovely abode here, full of xenomorph demons. Hoi! I've come to take your life.
Well, that seems a bit obvious.
Yeah, especially when I'm bearing the crossbow. The ethereal crossbow, man, if I add.
That's how it's called?
Yeah, that's how this one is called.
Okay, well, you told me earlier on that you didn't remember the name of the weapons, but now you're suddenly remembering all of them.
That's because I read what they were while you were raging about Korra.
Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yes. Oh, I'm thinking if there was anything else I did this past week, but I've had this this killer of a pain in my back of my shoulder this past week. It's still there a bit though, but it's not as much now. Oh, no! Where'd you come from?
From behind you.
Come on, die!
Pew 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 pew. Die.
Do these guys have homing sort of sonars on me or something? Because I swear this is a huge town and they are tracking me at my position. This demonic hell is more technologically advanced than I thought, or give him credit for.
Joy to the world, I bring you to hell. By the way,
yeah.
you know, for this being a Christmas special, or indeed a Saturnalia special, we haven't talked much about Christmas, haven't we?
No, we haven't. Then again, what can be said about Christmas that no one else has said yet?
Well,
I mean, everyone talks about the Grinch. Everyone talks about what they love and hate about this holidays.
Not many people talk about Krampus, the Christmas demon.
Yes,
which is supposed to be the antithesis of Santa Claus, or indeed a very not beloved colleague. You know, when Santa Claus brings gifts to the good children, the Krampus takes the naughty ones and punish them for being naughty, so they will learn not to be naughty anymore. There are various retelling of the Krampus legend. Not all of them nasty and grotesque and macabre. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
So it's usually depicted as a satire type demon, goat man, much like, you know, classic depictions of the devil, so to speak, which is appropriate. I mean it's supposed to instill fear in the children. For that was a huge blow.
Yes, it was a very huge blow to take into the face. Okay, we have potions. Wow, for the last level didn't have very many potions, but this one is being generous, if you ask me.
I won't.
Okay, ooh, big potion. This is all good. Okay, that just leads the way out, so I'll go back in, and that leads a way out as well. Have to scour the ways. How I can count the ways. I think the way most people seem to spend their Christmases these days, thanks to the glory of the internet, is probably watch riff tracks of all the Christmas movies.
Okay. I never got what the big deal was with riff tracks, or indeed with professional riffers. I mean, if you're going to make fun of something, make fun of it. Just make fun of it in a proper way. Don't get yourself a couple of written lines and wait for the film to say, to characters in the film to say or do something, and then the riff tracks guy say one line, and it's supposed to be funny to the situation, and I don't know, it feels too forced and artificial to me. I think it would be funnier if it's you know, not scripted. You know, if it's just a couple of guys reacting to something and in the spur of the moment. You know, kind of like Let's Play videos, so to speak. When it's just a scripted riffing, it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel honest. It feels forced. At least that's my opinion of it. That's why I prefer, you know, natural reactions to thing for comedic purposes. Unless you're writing a comedic review of something. In that case, you have to put actual effort in what you write.
Or if you're like me, you have to basically form your thoughts before making the joke, for it to be funny. I mean, well, I don't know what Mike Nelson's, you know, reasons would be for scripting, since he is a witty person, from what I've heard. Let's see. I'm concentrating on where I'm supposed to be going next, really.
That seems new.
Yes, this is a ice fountain with a torch on it. which I can just grab.
Ollie, that is supposed to be an ice fountain. Oh no. Oh, all these graphics.
Yeah, let me guess, you couldn't tell that was an ice fountain?
Of course I couldn't. Who could?
Me?
Well, good for you.
Of course you would say that. Okay.
We seems to be stuck in the ice level.
Yes.
Joy, ice levels. So much joy.
As you can tell, it's kind of a weird parallel, isn't it? Okay, there's nothing else here, so I'm just gonna go straight for the blue door.
Whatever do you mean?
You know how most games that have ice levels involved seem to
They also
be
have
considered the worst levels to be in?
Actually, no. The worst would be the sewer levels, or alternatively, water levels. But sewers most of the time. Sewer levels are always the worst. Oh, look, it's an iron
Bumper skulls
lich.
are back.
Yes, iron lich, apparently.
Yes, the Iron Lich. Let's put a Phoenix rocket to the face.
Yay.
Boom! I would love to see the BFG in this game. Well,
Okay, the devils are a bit too slippery for a rocket launcher.
Yes, I would have guessed that myself. And is there nothing in the darkness? Or is it just all health and ammo here?
Well, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's very nice of the game. This has not been a bad level so far. Oh look, the exit!
Oh, goody.
And we can put a stop to this session once we get to it. Right, nothing else? Nope. Let us go through the portal. And the ice grotto. No, but wait, the Christmas grotto is done.
Joy to the world. It's Christmas time in hell.
Yes, that is the musical number. It'll be is the spiritual sequel of the musical number of Nazi Germany's Christmas.
I know about that. Okay. On the first day of Christmas, Hitler gave to me a severe Jewish head.
No, God, don't say that.
On the second day
No,
of
no,
Christmas,
no, no, no. I was no. Stop it. No, stop it. No, I'm pulling the plug on you.
Two dead babies.
No.
And a severe Jewish head for me. On the third day of Christmas, Father Hitler gave to me.
Do not make me drop the call.
Free raging dogs. Two dead children. Okay, I think we're done.
Yes, we're done. No.
Well, they became very morbid at the end, but it wouldn't be a proper Saturnalia Christmas without being morbid and perverting a traditional holiday.
Oh great! I'm in the math section thanks to you, and I was trying to stop you from talking. Okay, good.
Well, the game is this game is titled Heretic after all, not religious bigot. Imagine the religious bigot version of this game. What would look like?
Noah's Ark 3D.
No. The ironic punchline is that it will be just the same game, except you're not a mage. You're not a mage. You'll be a priest warrior. That's it. Oh, and you wouldn't use magic wands. You would use traditional medieval weaponry.
Oh, like
that's the whole difference. There will be.
Oh, just like Hexen then.
Yeah, like that. So that's it. That's the only difference, and that is ironic because hypocrisy. Anyway. Worst Christmas ever. Okay. Worst worst Christmas special ever.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, folks, listen to this. Have a Merry Christmas, or indeed Merry any other festivities that you may be celebrating, and have a safe New Year. And don't explode, don't die, and spend it with your loved ones. And see you soon, I guess.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Devar Akbaron from Fellow Bravers Productions!
And also for Madhog the Master, Lyra Vision, and Team Yuma, which are all the same things.
Good night, everybody!
Paradise.com, etc., etc., etc.
Good night, everybody! And spread joy and happiness to everyone, and don't be a cynical twat!
Yes, do all those things. Also, Korra sucks. Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording.